The global trade tensions dominating discussions here at the BRICS summit. Let's get you more perspective, or rather the BRICS influence on this. Earlier, CGTN's Uche Okoronkwo spoke to Professor Peter Kagwanja, and he is the president and CEO of the Africa Policy Institute based in Kenya. Let's take a listen.
Now, economists have warned that developing and emerging economies could be collateral damage in this trade war that has basically shaken the global economy. Now, what influence do you think the BRICS bloc can have in sort of mitigating the adverse effects?
BRICS occupies a special place now, and I think the more inclusive it becomes, the more members it draws in into itself, the stronger it's going to become. So that the G7, which is the Western powers, is counterpoised by the BRICS, which is the voice of the South and Eastern Europe. It's important to note the presence of Russia, resurgent Russia in this, because it gives impetus to BRICS in terms of inclusivity, that it is not just the South, it is beginning to include the marginalized parts of the North. And I think what one need to underline is the humanity's quest for a just, fair, and equitable world order. It is not to supplant, it is not to overwhelm, it is not to eclipse any part of the world. It is to create an inclusive system. And I think that's what China stands for. That's what India is pushing for. And that's what South Africa, having just emerged from apartheid, which is a very exclusive system, is fighting for.
Now, one of the main goals of the BRICS bloc has been to reform the economic governance structure. What are your thoughts on the job they've done so far and the challenges they're going to face?
What we see here are countries that do understand the need for South to grow as part of ensuring that we have an equitable, just, and fair world order. And that in itself is very important. So for me, what is important about the BRICS is that it is the culmination of decades of desire by the South to pool its resources together and emerge as a major player in the global economy. Not necessarily to submerge or overwhelm Western economies, but to create what President Xi Jinping is calling a community of common destiny, where all nations, irrespective of their size, their power, are able to draw the best from the global community and therefore uplift humanity from poverty. So if all humanity is prosperous, if every family, every mother, every father can wake up from their house and go to the nearest supermarket and do the shopping, that shopping is contributing to the global economy. But when a mother stays at home and you have nothing to eat or nothing to feed your kids, humanity is suffering quietly.